If you have been waiting for a Mega Man ZX Advent Undub mod to finally be made, the wait is finally over because we got one right here. This mod is by Def Nomad and GeoKun. As you would expect, you can now play the Japanese version of Mega Man ZX Advent with full English text. There are even subtitles for the fully animated cutscenes. That's not all though, because this mod goes so far as to change all the terminology from the localized one to the original Japanese terms, like Mega System to Rock System, Mega Merge to Rock Gone, Pseudoroid to Falseroid, Biometal to Live Metal. They even went through and changed all the names to the Japanese ones, like Bugfighter to Diaburn, although it does still say Bugfighter in the text box name. Speaking of, anyone who has watched our previous mod video will remember that Darkwing Spartan was not able to change the names in the text boxes yet. Well, that has now been fixed, thanks to a exe patch by Def Nomad. By following the instructions, you can manually install that, and bam, the text box should display correctly now. I should also mention that both Def Nomad and GeoKun have also made a ZX1 Undub mod, and this one seems to be better than Darkwing Spartan. Because, just like with ZX Advent, they've also gone and changed all the terminology to the Japanese originals, complete with the Japanese names too. So basically, if you want the ultimate weeb experience, here you go. Now, how to actually download these. Thankfully, all of these mods and more are in one convenient place. In the description below, I will have a link to a Steam community guide by Jake Nagar, who has compiled all the mods, both the Undub mods, and superior versions of all the remastered soundtrack mods too. That was worked on by several users including Jake, Dinkster, Iris, Def Nomad, and Sizz. In these soundtrack mods, the audio balancing is better, you can actually hear the ZX Advent tracks now, the looping is better, I haven't heard any awkward ones yet. And yes, if you have been watching our streams, you'll be happy to know that 02's ending credits theme is the proper track in this mod, though it's still not Clover. Maybe they'll include Clover as a option in the future. Or heck, just include it yourself. Because with the included instructions on this guide, they have detailed exactly how to make your own soundtrack mods for each of the 6 games, complete with the track list and everything else you need to know. On the topic of options though, they have also included a pack for the Rockman Zero Mythos soundtrack, which many of the tracks here are very excellent. I would even say superior to the original remasters. So if you do love Mythos like I do, you can now include those tracks too along with the original soundtrack mod. They are also working on a mod based on the ZX Gigamix soundtrack for the future. The last 2 mods to talk about on this page are the Mega Man ZX Better subtitles and the ZX Advent voice removal mod. With the ZX1 Better subtitles mod, it basically just replaces the FMVs. The ones made for the Zero and ZX Legacy collection look very pixelated, so this mod just replaces the FMV files with ones that include subtitles that are much better to read. The ZX Advent voice removal mod by Zakar, on the other hand, removes all the English voice clips from ZX Advent and replaces the FMVs with the Japanese ones. They do note, however, that all in-game non-dialogue audio is still going to be in English. I guess this mod just makes it the European version then? But overall, these mods are really great, and now with all the kinks worked out, with this amazing guide made by the community, and more users making mod for Zero and ZX Legacy Collection on the PC, I do have to say, once again, if you can run the PC version, obviously you can't run it with just some old laptop, you're going to need a pretty powerful PC for this for the time being. But if you can run it, this is the definitive way to play Mega Man Zero and ZX Legacy Collection. As for how to install these, you can do it manually, which people who install Darkwing Spartan's mod should be familiar with, or if you prefer, the new guide details a way to use Fluffy Manager 5000 to install the mods easily. Just install the mod manager, follow the instructions to set up the game, download the mods themselves and put them in the right folder, and then bam, you just click each of the buttons and the mod manager will automatically install the mod for you while making a backup of the original files so you don't lose them if something gets messed up. This way the mod manager also makes it easy to undo the mod if you so choose. Not every mod in this guide is compatible with Floppy Manager 5000, but most of the important ones are. Oh, and if you don't want to look at a blank screen when you're using Floppy Manager 5000, Amethyst Viper has created a theme for Floppy Manager based on the 0ZX Legacy Collection. Download the pack and follow the instructions in the README to find the right place to install it. Then the background should appear properly once you restart the mod manager. For the specific installation instructions though, I recommend checking out the guide from the link in the description below. There are even installation videos in there as well if you need a visual aid. That's going to be all from me though. I just want to spread awareness about these amazing mods. And if you did watch our previous mod video and install Darkwing Spartan's mods, you'll be happy to know that in my experience installing these myself, these mods are fully compatible with the old one, so you can go ahead and just replace Darkwing Spartan's mod without any trouble at all. Still, I want to thank Darkwing Spartan, Jake Nagar, who compiled the new guide, and all the other users right here on screen that made all of these mods possible. Like I said, all these guys are literally just making our dreams come true, playing the Mega Man Zero and ZX games with the remastered soundtracks, and experiencing the Japanese versions in our own language too. Very exciting stuff, guys. I can't wait to see what else the mod community comes up with in the months ahead. But right now, we're at a really good place with the Zero and ZX Legacy Collection mods, which is the reason why I say this is the definitive way to play this collection now. That's enough gushing for me though, so how about I finally end this video. Thank you so much for watching everyone, and to all the modders out there, y'all are doing the Lord's work. And for more on Mega Man Zero and ZX Legacy Collection and all things Mega Man, of course, stay tuned to ShadowRockZX. Until next time, rock on and have a Z excellent day.